right?
You know what's so attractive about younger women? Because a lot of these dudes talk about fertility and looks and stuff. I don't actually think it's that. I think that in the modern world...
Eric, can you boost the audio a bit?
In the days of old, right, you'd meet a woman, you get married, you be together, whatever. In the modern world, if I meet a girl who's 33 and single, I know the amount of dick that's been through her before me is just simply unattractive. I don't care how nice you are, but you're 33 years old. How many men have fucked? If I got a 19-year-old girl, I might be her second or third man, right? I'm going to be dude number fucking 29, and all the trauma and heartbreak and bullshit they put you through, you're going to try and bring to my door? Like, well, my last man cheated. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, why is that my problem? So if you pick up older women, you have to accept they've been on the carousel longer. They've had more fucking rides, more spins. I don't want that shit. When I see a beautiful young woman, I know that she has a very low body count. And also, but the truth is this, women's mentality is absolutely connected to sex. If a woman sleeps with a bunch of men, it's harder to penetrate her mind and make her fall in love with you. It is unattractive too. And it's unattractive. It is. But if she's had 30 dudes inside of her, she really gonna think, you know what, this guy's so special, or she's gonna think, you know what, he talked to me rude, I'll just go get a new guy. Whereas if a woman's only been with a few guys, she's much more likely to fall in love with you, be a better partner. The likelihood of her falling completely in love with you and staying loyal to you and really believing you're the only man for her after being through so much trauma and so many men and sleeping with so many dudes and having her heart broken and having those memories of her ex and all that crap she's been through is far less likely than meeting a nice, young, beautiful girl who hasn't been with many men and she goes, you know what, this is the guy, I like him. Every woman who knows this and every man who watches this can be honest. Women fall in love with the person they lose their virginity to or their second or third guy. They really remember them. They really love them. Any woman who slept with 50 dudes, she doesn't even remember who most of them are. She doesn't care. If a woman slept with a bunch of men before you, she's less likely to stick it out through a difficult period in a relationship. She's more likely to just say, you know what, new answers, new dick.
That's a pretty good answer.
And that's the truth. Let me make something clear. If I meet a beautiful 30-year-old woman, I'm not saying I won't sleep with her.
That's pretty fucking old.
Yeah, 30.
I know.
What are you, crazy?
There's been times I was drunk.
Your guys' reaction to the video.
I just don't like Andrew Tate at all.
Yeah,
he really pisses me off.
Yeah,
he really pisses me off.
Maybe he says it's like
he needs
like
to be on a watch list.
If your body count is high, that means you can't be in a good relationship. That's basically like what he's saying. And like you can't be loyal in a relationship. You can't have a good connection with someone just because your body count is high.
And then, like, I feel like some guys are like, oh, like she has to be really good in bed, but her body count can't be like 2. Like, can't be more than 2.
Yeah,
like,
they're like very hypocritical about it because like your body count is very high based on the way you're saying it. Because he's like, yeah, I'll fuck her anyways, but like
Andrew Tate does have a high body count.
Yeah. So like, it doesn't make sense.
But it's okay to address that thing. I mean, and we sort of already talked about it, but I mean, it's most men. It's pretty hard as a woman to be actively bad in bed. Like, you have to fuck up pretty bad to be bad in bed as a woman. Like, most women, like, most guys, even if you're, like, a pillow princess, it's still, like, it's still going to feel good for you as a guy. I mean...
as a guy or a girl?
For the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and if the guy knows what he's doing, he's going to be able to make it work. If he knows how to lead in the bedroom, he knows how to
a guy can kind of, if they can flip you around, they can do shit, go for it. But
if the guy's dominant, like he knows what he's doing. Like a guy can take a woman who's a virgin and have great sex with her. I'm not so sure if the opposite is true. If a woman can take a guy who's a virgin and have mind-blowing sex the first time they have sex.
Very true.
So, your reaction to the Andrew Tate video?
Honestly, it just sounds like he's not into girls who knows what she wants. Like, he was like, oh, like, it just seems like he wants a younger girl who's still like exploring relationships. And like, obviously when he said like 30, you're mature, you'd probably know what you want in a relationship at that point. And I think he's just butthurt that that's not him.
I know. Disregarding everything, Andrew Tate is like a cunt. I'm glad I got to use that word.
But he's actually a bad person.
No, but that's what I focus on is he literally beat a woman and got kicked off the TV show.
Yeah.
And then he went to Romania and was like...
Erroneous! Erroneous!
Fake news.
I've seen the video. Like, you saw the video, the way he was talking to the woman.
The way he views cheating pisses me off so much.
Hold on, I'll get to that. I just want to address the alleged women beating thing. So it was reported in the media that there's a video that came out where he was I think whipping a girl's ass with a belt or something like that.
Okay. Yelling
saying
at her.
some stuff. Yeah. So that woman came out and said, "Hey, we're into kinky stuff." It was all consensual. It was BDSM.
Okay. But
so
even
the media, I mean, there was a concerted effort by the media they were trying to do reputation destruction. So there's the whole him abusing a woman in that way, that's been debunked. Okay. The woman in the video herself came out and said, "Hey, multiple times, it was totally consensual, like we're just into some kinky shit."
Okay, that's the truth then?
To say.
Oh, go ahead.
Before we So even if that was like some kinky shit, like I feel like if you speak to a woman in the way, like I don't know if you've watched the videos, but like that was disgusting. Like even if it's like a kink, I guess, like it's
there
still
are
weird.
women who are into degradation.
Yeah, I get it.
There's a degradation kink. So women who are turned on when a guy's like, "You're a fucking cum dumpster, you're a whore," like all that stuff.
Yeah, but
that's not even
what he was saying.
Not my cup of tea. But
he was literally like, "I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you." Like that's not.
I mean,
and the beating woman thing wasn't even about that video. It was about him getting kicked off Big Brother or something like that.
Well, he got kicked off Big Brother because of that video that came out.
No, because I thought it was because he like punched someone or something.
On the show?
It was.
No.
Yeah. It was I'll stand. If you're right about that, then I'm wrong. So that's on me. But like, I don't know. I still can't support him as like.
Yeah, and then he said.
There's other. I'm sure you can probably find other things to criticize him on.
Yeah,
a
lot. Like things. The whole, I'm moving to Romania because they persecute men less because of the.
Yeah,
just like sex laws in general. You can have that's just like not a good thing to say in general. Like I don't.
It makes you a bad person, like by association of those words.
Yeah.
Wait, so did someone else did you give your take? Did you want to give your take on the video, your reaction to the Andrew Tate video we just watched?
Just like the glorification of like younger women.
Yeah. Because he said 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive because they've been through less dick.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons that younger women are more attractive, yes.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Because I think a lot of men care about body count and...
that's just from Andrew Tate.
A 30-year-old could have a body count of 5 and a 19-year-old could have a body count of 50. But if you're a betting man, probably more likely than not, younger women are going to have a lower body count, older women are going to have a higher body count, and that 19-year-old is going to have more bodies by the time she's 29 than when she's 19. So that's one of the reasons I think why men value sexual purity in women. That can mean, now that could mean virginity, but that could also mean low body count.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I get that, but like promoting that so actively as he do, like he's like stating it as fact, like this is how it is, you're doing this, you have trauma, I have to deal with it, and everything's about what you're causing to him and how you should just view women like that. And I think that is, in and of itself, is really like a toxic mindset, and I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad. I feel bad for him.
Wait, so it's toxic that he wants a woman with a low body count?
No, you can, if you want that, go for it.
Sure.
Like you can have that, but just the fact he's online just continuously spewing, this is why every man views this, and this is why like every younger woman should be seen as more desirable. I don't know. And he keeps on talking about how their trauma affects me because when they're older they have more trauma and it's so much more difficult, and that's also like extremely fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's different. Guys preferring girls who have low body counts, and guys telling girls that they need to have a low body count. Like it's similar, but there's slight differences, and it seems like Andrew Tate is telling girls you need to have a low body count. Mm-hmm.
I thought, didn't you say you want men to be upfront and to be honest?
So
he is being very honest. Yeah. He's not sugarcoating it. A lot of men are not going to be, I would say most men have a preference for women, probably the vast majority of men would have a preference for women with a low body count. There's a subset of them that would be upfront about that and be willing to share that. Mm-hmm. A lot of men are not going to, even your guy friends, you might ask them, there's a good chance that they're not going to be upfront with you about that sort of thing. Well, especially a guy who's romantically pursuing you, he's going to be like, "Oh, it's okay, baby. I don't care." Because he doesn't want to say anything that could potentially tank his courtship, let's just say.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying if a guy wants a girl with a low body count and that's something he's like super adamant about, go ahead, find one. But telling girls that like you can do it, like girls should be able to do whatever they want. And so like having guys tell them you cannot have a high body count is different than being like, I want a girl with a low body count.
He's presenting it as fact versus opinion, and I think that's where like the issue lies.
Well, what is the fact that he's presenting?
That women who are like younger are visibly more attractive, and they have way more to offer when it comes to that. No, like higher body count. That's what I meant. Lower body count. Okay.
My last relationship, body count was never talked about. Like we never.
Tilt the microphone down towards you slightly. There you go. Perfect.
Body count was never talked about. Like we never asked each other. It was never a thing that we brought up. So I don't think it really matters. If you're gonna ask about it, then ask. But I don't think it's. If you really, like she said, if you really want someone with a low body count, go find that. But if you're attracted to someone, you're attracted to someone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would say this. Earlier on in the conversation, you guys said that, and I don't want to misquote you, so if I am, feel free to jump in, but a lot of you said that you think hookup culture is not such a good thing. So how do you reconcile having that belief, but also essentially saying women should have a low body count is saying women should not engage in hookup culture. Because if you engage in hookup culture, you're having casual sex. Women should not be promiscuous. He's saying women should not be promiscuous. Women should not have a high body count. How do you not have a high body count? Not have indiscriminate sex. Not have casual sex. Not engage in hookup culture. If you're just having long-term relationships and valuing long-term relationships, then more likely than not, you're going to have a low body count. So I guess my question is, how do you reconcile saying hookup culture is not this great thing, but also he's essentially saying, don't do hookup culture, don't have a high body count. Is it the double standard that you feel like it's directed more towards women, or go ahead?
I don't even know if I'm touching on the subject we're supposed to be talking about.
If you want, go ahead, just come on.
But I don't know, like you could not be in hookup culture and still have. Okay, wait, let me rephrase that. You could not be in a long-term relationship, but also not be in hookup culture. Like my coworker and I talk about this all the time because we both kind of have like the same views on this. But like, I don't know, like I guess like the standards that we have for men makes it so that like we just don't hook up with anyone. We don't like, so our body count doesn't go up. And I mean, neither of us are in relationships either, so, and haven't been for a while.
Yeah, I mean.
See, I don't. That's why.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know
I
if
mean
we're
that's
touching
probably.
on the subject we're supposed to be.
Well, no, it's more. You don't have to be in a relationship. I mean, someone who's never even had a boyfriend ever, she might be a virgin. So, and in your case, you've alleged body count is 2. So I mean,
it is.
Yeah, it's 2.
I'm not doubting it. I mean, but
girl.
But okay, did anyone else want to come in?
I don't know. I feel like I'm not the biggest fan of like deplatforming in general. So, but I can like thoroughly say I don't like the guy. I don't like his opinions, but I mean, that's just kind of how it is. There's always going to be someone online who you're not going to agree with. So if I don't want to support him, my prerogative.
Anybody else want to come in on it? Okay, so we're going to wrap up here pretty soon. I want to do final thoughts. So if you have a final thought or question for someone else on the panel, you have some dating advice you want to ask Luke. He's a dating expert, a dating coach.
Apparently.
So if you guys have final thought or question for the panel, I want to open it up.
I don't know.
Do you want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
I think I'm good. Yeah.
I don't think I have anything to say.
Any questions, final thoughts?
Nothing really more to say.
I think I've learned that maybe I should ask somebody out because it might be easier than
I did learn that too.
Body counts. I feel like girls just, do you and like don't.
You only live once.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, I mean,
Do it for the plot.